This couple who live in a house deep in the jungle, right near the beach. One day they see a strange man crawling through the sand. He's completely naked, barely able to stand, clutching a knife, and shouting something they don't understand, in a language that's unfamiliar to them. That man's name is Salvador. He works as a deep-sea fisherman, catching tuna, sharks, and other big fish off the coast of Mexico. It's a tough and dangerous job, but he enjoys it. One day, he plans a quick 2-day fishing trip, but his usual partner can't make it. So a young, inexperienced guy volunteers to go with him. His name is Piñata. Salvador and Piñata set out in their boat into the Pacific. For 2 days, everything goes smoothly. They catch about 1,100 pounds of fish, enough to bring home a week's worth of income. They're feeling good. But just as they start heading back, bam! A massive storm rolls in out of nowhere. Waves crash over the boat and it starts filling with water. Piñata panics, using a bucket to bail water out, while Salvador tries to steer them through the chaos. Eventually, the storm starts to ease, and Salvador spots land, only about 2 hours away. That's when the engine starts sputtering and dies. Salvador grabs the two-way radio and calls his boss, explaining the engine failure. But when his boss asks for their location, Salvador realizes the GPS isn't working. Then things get worse. The storm picks back up, stronger than before. Huge waves toss the boat like a toy. Some rise as high as 3 stories before crashing down. Salvador figures out that the heavy catch, those 1,100 pounds of fish, is making the boat unstable, so they dump it all overboard. Then they start throwing out anything non-essential, extra ice, extra fuel, trying to lighten the load. Eventually, the radio dies too. After hours of non-stop bailing and failed attempts to fix the motor, Salvador loses it. He smashes the engine with the fish-killing club, grabs the dead GPS and radio, and throws them into the ocean. That night, as temperatures drop, the two men huddle under an overturned cooler for warmth and shelter. Meanwhile, back on land, a search party is launched, but the storm is still too fierce. Visibility is poor. After 2 days without any leads, the search is called off. 5 more days pass before the storm finally clears. Salvador and Piñata look around. The skies are calm, but they're completely lost. They have no idea where they are. Worse, there's no food, no drinking water, and no fishing gear left. With nothing else to use, Salvador has to get creative. He learns how to catch sea life, fish, turtles, jellyfish, using just his bare hands. They eat them raw because there's no way to cook anything. For water, they drink turtle blood and their own urine because that's all they have. Then one day a seabird lands on the boat. Salvador grabs it, kills it, and they survive off it for a while. Eventually it rains and they collect rainwater to drink. For the next 2 months, they live like this, eating raw animals, drinking rain, and surviving day by day. But over time, Piñata begins to change. He grows distant and quiet. Depression sets in. He starts refusing food. He can't bring himself to eat raw flesh anymore. Eventually, he stops eating altogether. He grows weaker, sick. He and Salvador both realize he may not survive, so they make a pact. If Salvador makes it out alive, he'll find Piñata's mother and deliver a personal message, something only meant for her. Salvador agrees. Then one rainy morning, after more than 4 months lost at sea, Piñata dies from starvation. Salvador is devastated. Piñata had become the only other human presence in his world, and they'd grown close through the trauma. He's so lonely he keeps talking to Piñata's body, as if he's still alive. After 6 days of this, Salvador finally accepts that it's not healthy. He gently pushes the body into the sea and watches it drift away. Then he carries on, alone on that boat, continuing his life adrift. 10 more months go by. Salvador is still out there, living day by day, catching fish with his bare hands, drinking rainwater and talking to birds to keep himself sane. But one day something changes. He starts seeing a different kind of bird, not the usual seabirds, but land birds. Off in the distance, he sees what looks like a mountain peak. It turns out to be part of an island. For the first time in a long time, there's hope. Maybe he'll finally be able to deliver Piñata's last message to his mother, just like he promised. The island is about an hour away, and Salvador turns his boat toward it. When he gets close, he dives into the water and swims to shore. But when he reaches land, he's too weak to walk. He's naked. He's been holding onto a knife just in case. Crawling up the beach and into the jungle, he finally spots a house. The couple who lives there sees a naked man with a knife shouting in Spanish crawling toward them from the trees. Their first reaction is understandable. Who the hell is this guy? But they help him. They take him to a hospital. So where had he landed? After being lost at sea for 438 days, Salvador had drifted more than 6,000 miles, all the way from Costa Azul, Mexico, to Ibn Adel in the Marshall Islands. About a month after his rescue, Salvador travels back to Mexico, to a town called El Fortán. There he meets Piñata's mother and delivers her son's final message. Not long after, he lands a book deal. His story is almost unbelievable. But then, Piñata's family sues him for $1 million, claiming they're entitled to half the profits from the book. It's unclear whether the lawsuit ever went anywhere. That was the last time anyone reported on the story. So, good luck to everyone involved.